One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Hayes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right?
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Pulls it in. It's Hayes. At the 35, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The give to the tailback. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Makes the grab on the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quarterback keeps it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll... drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Davis will throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Mountain West.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Snagged out of the air. Drills him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do. But now, limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver going in motion. Working that left side now. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year. Who's going to win the Big Ten West? That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Carr. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. It's a draw. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to Johnson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Notre Dame right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Pocket breaking down. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far, whether it's been pass pro, bad route.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. There he goes to the right. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. San Jose State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 14 to West Virginia. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, running back on the move. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here comes the heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. And they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete on the right side. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down, and you're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Looking for blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They go to the ground. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make...
Going to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. That's reeled in. It's Hauser. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he does a really good job on this second down play of being very decisive, getting north-south, making the play, and now setting up a much better third down. That's a play we can continue to run even on third down right now.
Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Carr. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
And the Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for room, it's Gossett. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He might want another play. Davis looking to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up for the PAT. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He'll pull it on the read. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going with the ground game left. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Middle Tennessee is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 25 over Old Dominion. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Davis will throw. He tries to take the top off, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. To the air on first down. He fires to the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They want to throw it. It's complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Gossett.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Lets it fly. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to pass it. He's got it down the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, it's a pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll line up for a second down play. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.